All right, folks, it'll be fantastic. Miz Monday, episode 22 here, September 22nd, about 2:15 Eastern time. Tigers really struggled on this last homestand, 0-6, and we played 156 games. We got 6 left. Cleveland's the hottest team in baseball, so they are a game behind you because of that over the last 3 weeks. You've lost a lot of ground. They've gained a lot of ground. This has been a very tough stretch if you're a Tiger fan. Cleveland's like, wow, we're still in this somehow, and they've played each other head-to-head the next 3 days, Tuesday through Thursday, in Cleveland to determine the AL Central. Really remarkable stuff. Didn't see this happening, and of course, here we are going into play September 23rd, a game up on them with 3 head-to-head games in Cleveland before we head to Boston to end our year. But yeah, going back to these last 6 games, I mean, boy, we would have made our lives so much easier if we were able to take 2 of these games, one against Cleveland, one against Atlanta, and we weren't able to win any of them. We got swept by Atlanta, who's playing for nothing, who's going nowhere, and we got swept by Cleveland, which we couldn't do, and now Cleveland's only a game behind us, like I just said. So pretty remarkable, brutal stretch. Do we get in the playoffs? That's the question. I don't know. I really don't know. I can't give you a yes or no. Normally, I'm a very optimistic guy about it, but this is a very bad stretch. One of the worst I've seen watching this team. I've seen a lot of bad baseball here, but before, you knew you weren't going to go anywhere. You were one of the best baseball teams in the world 2 months ago, and now you're on the verge of potentially not making it or falling to a wild card spot or winning the Central, depending on how these last 6 games shake out. But I can't give you that optimistic that, oh yes, we're going to win that division clear cut, because granted, we control our own destiny still somehow, but in Cleveland, they're thinking the same thing. If they take 2 or 3, they control their own destiny at that point. So the winner of this series coming up here the next 3 days is going to win the AL Central, in my opinion. And we're sending out Scoob, Wolf, Flattery, and To Be Determined on Thursday. They're sending out Gavin Williams, Tanner Bybee, and Messick. I believe they're lefties. So it's gonna be a lot of tense ball games in the next 3 days in Cleveland, and they're all 6:40 starts, 6:40 p.m. Eastern time the next 3 days. But boy, at least we have an off day to reset and catch our, take a deep breath and say, okay, we still are in first place, and the fans can get a reset, players hopefully get a reset, and throw all that shit behind you that happened the first 156 games, I guess, technically, and play these last 6 like 0-0. That's all you can do. But yeah, it's been a remarkably bad stretch here the last 2.5, 3 weeks for Detroit. And what sucks is you won a series in New York, then you fell apart. Played Miami, Cleveland, and Atlanta over your last 9 games. You're 1-8, and you should be 0-9 because you shouldn't have beat Miami on Sunday, but they couldn't fucking get out of their own way on Sunday, so we were able to steal one there. But boy, this has been ugly as hell and frustrating as well if you're a Tiger fan. But we reset, we throw all that in the trash. We have 6 games left. We're 0-0 going into these last 6 games. Let's just see what we can give them. We got Tarek Scuba on the bump Tuesday night. Need that game to start this series in the worst way, and we'll see where we'll go from there. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be very tense ball games here the next 6 nights. Starting Tuesday night in Cleveland. Now, just changing subjects a little bit. At least we get a really nice mental reset with an NFL game. Should be a doozy tonight. Lions versus Ravens in Baltimore, 8:15 kickoff. At least we get a whole mental reset with that, and then we can move on from there. But yeah, I mean, this has been brutal, and we all need this reset tonight. Stay focused, get ready for 6:40 on Tuesday, and then whatever happens, happens. I mean, you're literally down your last week of baseball to determine if you're going to get in this dance or not. And there's a lot of frustration with this fan base, and rightfully so, but you still have time to right this ship. So we'll see what happens, and I appreciate it. I'll do another episode next week, my final one. This is 22. I'll give you 23 next week. based on what happens this week, and then, you know, we'll see. But playoffs, I probably won't do it. But depending on what happens, maybe I'll change my mind. But here we go, guys. Final stretch, 6 games starting Tuesday night in Cleveland. You guys enjoy the rest of your week. Hopefully it's a really good vibes from Detroit because, man, we sure as fuck need it. You guys have a great one, everybody. Take care of yourselves.